Hello everyone, it's Alina. Welcome to my Soap General Hospital official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Tune in to hear out about all the drama happening in Port Charles. A lot will be occurring on General Hospital during the upcoming week of February 5 to 9, 2024. It implies that the village grieves for a lost son while others scheme retribution. Tune in next week so you can watch all of the action in Port Charles. Curtis had his first physical therapy appointment, which Stella crashed. Finn grappled with saving his own skin at the price of the woman and her family who was suing him. Spencer and Trina enjoyed a romantic supper while in Paris. Dante and Chase struck out in Toronto seeking for Esme. Alexis told Laura and Kevin that Esme purchased a ticket to Paris. Later we noticed she arrived there. Tracy spoke to the lady suing Finn. Soon Diane announced that her client wished to drop the lawsuit. Curtis and Portia helped Laura to rescue the kids from Esme in Paris. Spencer discovered the crew member Esme knocked out bleeding. Esme found Trina in a stateroom. Jordan and Anna questioned Brennan. Ava told Sonny that their daughter was confused about his connection with Nina, so he spoke with her. Later, Dex warned Sonny and Ava about a threat he found. Lois apologized again to Olivia, but it wasn't until they went up against Nina that Olivia seemed to forgive her bestie. Carly worked with deception on a deal that even Tracy eventually agreed of. Ava and Sonny survived the shooter, however Ava suffered a damage to her hand. Spencer tried to rescue Trina, but Esme stabbed him with a syringe that would make him woozy, and finally both Esme and Spencer went overboard to Trina's terror. Laura clings out hope that Spencer is alive, as does a distraught Trina. Curtis and Portia also were on the ship to support Trina. Jocelyn and Felicia helped Adam stay at Port Charles University. Drew eventually forgave and talked Michael out of quitting. Lois tried to steamroll Brooklyn and Chase with her idea for their wedding, but Tracy helped them obtain the wedding they wanted. Trina returned to her PC dorm and told Joss that Spencer was deceased. Later Joss called Cam. Laura grieved to Kevin and Sonny at losing so much family, but Laura also called her friend to task for the beatdown on her brother. Lo and behold, Cyrus showed up. Later, so did Nicholas with Ace. Nina and Alva caught up, but then Sonny returned. Jordan and Anna's rendezvous with the arms dealer led the FBI in on them, including Jagger Cates, who had introduced himself to Leo as Olivia, and Carly argued about Olivia maintaining Nina's secret. Coming up, there is further fallout from the loss of Spencer Cassadine, as his loved ones and their friends join together to mourn his untimely passing. There's plenty of upset, guilt, and astonishment to go around, but get ready for a genuine surprise in the shape of someone showing up for Esme. What is going on here? Also, there is no let-up on the mob warfare, and danger comes to Sonny when he discovers there have been a recent run of mob hits. Does this have anything to do with what's been happening to him? Be sure to check out the daily breakdown below for more on what's coming next. On the Monday, February 5 episode of General Hospital, spoilers feature consoling, confiding, and being plagued by thoughts of guilt. You won't want to miss this episode. Sonny's life is a toxic disaster right now. For one, he and his wife are estranged. Also, somebody tried to shoot up his island vacation with him on it, not to mention Ava, Avery, and Dex. Add that to the fact that the French police consider Spencer dead. There's not a lot of goodness occurring for him presently. Unsurprisingly, Sonny needs to open up to someone. Dante is perhaps the least judgmental person currently in Sonny's life. No matter what goes on, Dante says if his dad needs him, he'll be there. Even though his job is totally contrary to what Sonny does for a living, all that does matter here are the words of wisdom he'll use to soothe his dad. Meanwhile, all in Port Charles knows that Spencer is gone. As a result, Alexis is feeling hella guilty. Does she believe she didn't do all she could to protect her grandnephew? Or is it the reality that she employed Esme for months, and much like Laura, saw good in the amnesiac version of Esme? Whose life in Port Charles isn't today a storm of agony and anguish? Laura's emotions are right at the surface after her grandson's disappearance. Teasers suggest she intervenes in somebody's business. As the mayor of Port Charles, this is perfectly up her alley. But what exactly is she trying to prevent, negotiate, or resolve? On top of that, why is she the right one to accomplish it? Lately, Anna often dodges gunfire, interrogates enemies, and arranges up encounters with mysterious persons. Surely, these possibilities are considerably better than being stalked and harassed. Well, now she's propositioning someone. Will this have to do with Mr. Brennan again, or has she moved on to another person of interest/target? Obviously, there's a ton of emotional turmoil going on in Port Charles. Coming up, Scott consoles an emotional Lucy. Is this because her relationship with Martin is in a bit of a downhill spiral? After all, they've been out of rhythm for a time now. Or maybe it's a general sense of despair over losing control of deception. Guessing this is an all of the above, and then some kind of problem. Esme Prince appeared on General Hospital as a nasty girl who sought Spencer, or so we thought. It revealed out that Esme was a horrible girl who simply desired Spencer, as a ruse to get Nicholas to screw up his marriage to Ava. Esme was actually a wicked girl who was working for her biological father, Ryan, to exploit his newest eternal passion, Ava. There was also her biological mother, who slaughtered people with hooks. But two things mellowed Esme out: the birth of her son, Ace, and oh yes, developing amnesia. When Esme could no longer recall all the awful things she'd done, she became good Esme. Well, she became less bad Esme. But suddenly her memory came back, and bad Esme was back. But it's not that straightforward. We put her on the couch to indicate there was more going on here than just reverting to type. Esme was absolutely shocked when she learned all the horrific things she'd done before losing her memories. She also decided to be a good mother to Ace. Those two things seemed to set her on the road of the straight and narrow. Well, at least the less bad and narrow. Sure, Esme got her memory back, but she didn't suddenly switch to the dark side. That came later, when she lost her son. From the time Ace was born, Spencer has been preoccupied with taking his newborn brother away from Esme. So when he had the chance to let Nicholas run off with the tot, he took it. And that's when Esme learned a very good lesson. The best way to stop folks from screwing you over is to screw them over first. If she'd embraced her dark side the minute she remembered it, she could have stuck Nick in jail for keeping her prisoner. Then he couldn't have gotten Ace. Esme attempted the nice girl thing. It cost her her kid. So there won't be any more of that. And Port Charles has no one to blame but itself. However, it's possibly a positive indicator that Jason continues missing if that's the case. Jason may unconsciously desire to keep Sonny living and breathing if he's the one behind the shootouts that Sonny survived. General Hospital spoilers claim that Jason Morgan curveballs are brewing, so stay tuned for updates on whether he's the answer to the riddle. So what do you guys think about this update? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please click like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.